What's up, guys? Kage here today to do my review on Naruto Shippuden episode 323. And this week's episode, we have the start of the battle between Madara and the five Kages, because all five Kages have arrived. You know, the Raikage and Tsunade, they arrived by using the Raikage's assistant teleportation jutsu, and it's supposed to be like supposed to bring harm to like living things, but luckily Tsunade, she had that healing ability and that jutsu where, the marks come on her. And also the Raikage being the, son of their Raikage who had, tough skin, he was able to transfer with no problem whatsoever. And the Mizukage, she arrived by using the Flying Thunder God technique, and she was able to do this because of Gemma's squad, because we find out that Gemma and, the other guys, they were part of Minato's team, and Minato taught them how to use it. However, to use this jutsu, they all had to use it at once. Not one person could have used it. So I guess that was pretty cool to learn. When I read about that, I was like, oh, okay. The connections to the Kage, Minato. So when they all, pretty much arrive, Madara, of course, is like, oh yes, this is a good test of my abilities. But we all know he doesn't take them seriously. He's just waiting. He's just waiting it out. He seems like he's just bored, and five Kage, this gets more interesting. Some things I like about this episode was that it was a good balance of like action and dialogue. It wasn't too much talking, but there wasn't that much action. It was a good balance. And when the dialogue I was talking about with Inoki, when he was talking to Naruto about how, he needs to let the Kages handle Madara, because Inoki feels that he's lived for so long, and he's been through a couple of wars, and he knows, ever since with meeting with Gaara, he realizes that he's changed, and he feels that he can redeem himself by stopping Madara along with the other Kages, and also after all this war is done with, that they'll be able to unite all five great nations, so that of course there will probably be no more war and no more problems. So that's why Inoki believes that they should stay here, and Naruto should go and defeat the fake Madara, aka Toby. Yeah, so you guys are gonna probably call him Toby, because I kept calling him the fake Madara. This Toby's, it's short and it's easy. And of course, yeah, so that was a cool speech by him. Inoki, he's given some good speeches. He's a pretty cool character. I actually grown to like him. And also in the start of the episode, we saw Naruto and the Kyuubi, and we find out the Kyuubi decides to help Naruto by giving him chakra, and because simply put, he doesn't like Naruto, but he hates Madara. So he's rather to make Madara's life miserable by helping out Naruto and giving him chakra, which I actually thought was pretty weird, because when I was reading this in the manga, I was really surprised that the Kyuubi was able to give chakra to a clone. I didn't think that was possible. I thought that it had to be the living body, but apparently he can transfer his chakra to a shadow clone. But I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't think that you could do that. And and also going back with the action, it was a good fight scene with the Raikage and Mizukage teaming up. But one thing complaint I have is that the Mizukage's lava style looks like mud. In the Kage's summon arc, when she fought Sasuke for that short period of time, her lava style was bright red. It was actually well done. It actually looked like legit lava, but it just looks like mud, and it's kind of weird to see, that kind of lava style, So I don't know why they changed it. I thought that was a bad decision. Hopefully, maybe they change it back to how it was before. But other than that, I mean, the animation itself was solid. Nothing that spectacular. One cool thing though was when the Raikage and Inoki, they teamed up, and Inoki made Raikage's arm, I believe, heavier, and thus he was able to land a strong blow against Madara's Susanoo, and it broke down a little bit. So Susanoo's not an absolute defense. If you apply enough, force or power into it, it will crack, and it will be, destroyed. So so there was some good things in this not chapter in this episode. I thought it was a solid episode. Also, I gotta give a good props to Chojuro. That was a cool thing he did back when he was fighting with the Black Zetsu, and when Naruto had failed to hit him with the Rasen Shuriken, he came in and he did a clean cut to the Black Zetsu and cut him in half, and everybody was like, damn, I didn't think you could do that with that sword. And you know, from looking at this, I was actually when I was reading this in the manga, I was actually interested in Chojuro to see more about him. But you know, of course, we don't. And that's one thing I just have to bring up. With one of the problems with this war is that it's like Kishimoto brought back a lot of these characters that we never seen before, some characters that we have in the past, and yet most of the time he doesn't really do anything with them. Like the Seven Swords from the Mist, you know, people were wondering who were these guys, and when we found out about the swords, we thought, oh, these guys are pretty cool. And that episode when they debuted their swords and they showed them off, I was like, oh, all right, these guys are legit. But then it's like we don't get to see them, especially Sugetsu's brother, who apparently mastered all the swords. We don't get to see barely anything from him. So it's like, damn, you know, like, it sucks that we didn't get to see much of him. But I'll give Chojuro his props in this episode. He clept Black Zetsu clean now. It was a pretty cool scene. And yeah, overall, like I said, this episode was a good episode. It had a good balance of action and dialogue. And yeah, I can't wait to continue for next week because it's going to get better and better, you know, with fights that we've all been waiting for to see get animated. All manga readers know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I thought this episode was good. Thanks for watching this video. Leave your thoughts on this episode down below. Leave a comment saying if you liked it, disliked it, what you like about it, what you dislike about it, you know, anything, you know. Thanks for watching. Don't give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe above if you did enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. And peace. Have a good day, because I'm hungry and I had a busy day, so that's why I didn't really you know, I did do this review earlier because I had a lot of things to do early in the morning. So thanks for watching. Peace. Have a good day.